Samantha stood there, drenched and frustrated, as the rain drummed on the pavement. She cursed under her breath, wishing she had just waited for Lily. The streets were nearly empty, the few remaining students hurrying to escape the downpour. Clutching Bryan's jacket tighter around her waist, she felt a mix of gratitude and annoyance. With no cabs in sight, she contemplated her next move. The storm mirrored her chaotic thoughts, each raindrop echoing her impatience and longing for a friend. Damn! Samantha cursed. Why is it that all American people do is curse? Bryan said from behind her, as he used the umbrella he was holding to cover her too. I ask myself that question too, Samantha muttered and stared at him. Bryan rolled his eyes and began to walk away, asking himself, why did he even talk to her? Hey! How can you just leave me like that? Samantha yelled, running after him as he wanted to enter the car. What did you want me to do, huh? Bryan muttered arrogantly with a frown. Can you give me a ride, please? Samantha made a puppy eyes and pouted. He stared at her for a second before opening the car door for her, and she entered before closing the door. Of course, no one can ever resist her puppy eyes, not even arrogant Bryan. Bryan started the car and began to drive out of the school. Whoa! What does this button do? Samantha tapped the button, and the roof of the car opened. Don't laugh at me, I don't know the name. Immediately, rain began to pour out of the sky into the car. Damn! Bryan packed the car next to a car and tapped the button. What the fuck is wrong with you? Bryan yelled. She has really pissed him in just the first day of her staying. I'm sorry, I didn't know it would open, Samantha muttered. Don't touch anything, Bryan warned, and started the car again, but thankfully it started moving. Bryan? Samantha called. She isn't the type that keeps quiet. Not at all, she hates silence. What this time? Bryan groaned. Can we stop at this? Ooh! No! Bryan cut her off. Where is your house? Bryan asked with an eye roll. Bryan Samantha called, looking around. There is a problem. Actually, we passed my house. Samantha said. Damn it. What was she thinking that she didn't tell Bryan her address? Samantha David, what is wrong with you? If my enemies sent you, tell them you didn't see me, Bryan muttered under his breath. At Pete Lynn Street, no teat. Samantha said, and he revised the car back before driving it in full speed because it was already late. You know how much I hate staying closer to you, Bryan said to Samantha. And Samantha bit her lower lips. Ouch, that hurts, Samantha thought as he stopped in front of her house. He stood up, opened the car door, and brought her out of the car by the arm harshly. Bye, Bryan muttered and opened his car door, entered inside, and drove off. Samantha smiled a little, but when she noticed she was smiling, she used her hand to slap her mouth. Arrogant jerk. 1 minute he is calm, and the other minute he is angry. Samantha rolled her eyes as she entered the house, Nina's mansion. Nina began to polish her nails blue while dancing to a music, and also staring at a huge picture hung in a wall. Of course, it was a picture of her only sweetheart Bryan, but she don't get why he is so cold to her. What she knows is if she can't get Bryan, no one else can. Bryan, you're mine. We are destined to be, Nina smirked. That's a lie, bitch, at the Quinn's mansion. Bryan entered with his bag hung at his back to meet Jeremy and Adrian with Andy sitting in the parlor, while Nathan was playing with a teddy bear. Brother Bryan! Nathan stood up and grabbed his bag immediately. No chocolate candy if you search, so you're wasting your little strength, Bryan muttered with an eye roll as he walked to where the guys are. You're wet. What happened to your car? They asked simultaneously. And your skin is red. Are you allergic to rain? Andy said, and Adrian hit him on the head. Nope. My car is good. Just need a warm shower. Bryan said, and walked upstairs coughing and sneezing at the same time. I know Bryan can never enter rain or let rain beat him. Only God knows what happened, Jeremy muttered, and they nodded.